All right. Warzone podcast. I don't know what the hell episode this is. We don't have episodes. But it's all good.
We sure don't.
No, we sure don't. Shit's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. Like, it's going down. We're not obviously with the protests and everything going on, and that's like the big topic. We're not gonna be all on that, but you know what I mean? We're gonna keep it to sports, obviously. Which is the first topic, which is near and dear to my heart, which is I'm happy as hell about. Jason Whitlock is let go from FS1. We got him, son.
Finally
got him, son. Oh,
LeBron say when he first won his title, it's
bro,
about damn time.
About damn time, bro.
About damn time.
The thing is, though, Twitter was dancing on, was like tap dancing on that man's grave, dude. Like, they don't like him.
I never really listened to Jason Whitlock. I always heard he had terrible takes and the way he perceived things was wild. So when I was going to get my oil change, I was like, let me look up some clips, because I really never heard the man speak. Yo, the things he be saying, I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, Jason Whitlock is like, he's obviously super conservative, which isn't like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing or a good thing. It's, it's just who he is, right? But the problem with Jason Whitlock is that, all right, this is what I always say with people, right? Because I don't like calling people Uncle Toms.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say to myself, if I know exactly what you're going to say, like if I go to MSNBC, if I go to Fox News, if I go to one of those places, I know what they're going to say, like before I even walk in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Jason Whitlock, especially if it came down to like any race related thing, like you kind of knew what he was going to say. Which was funny. His last episode on Speak for Yourself, right? So he goes on there and he almost tears up. He's talking about his cousin, who was tragically killed and by the police. And like, he kind of starts tearing up a little bit, and he like, he recollects himself, But I think it felt like he was interviewing because he was trying to explain himself. Like he was trying to explain why. I felt like he was trying to explain to Black people why he is the way he is, like why he thinks the way he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
But it really felt like he was basically like on air interviewing for another job, because he doesn't have a good, like from everything I've read, like he doesn't have a good relationship with a lot of people, like ESPN and other people like that. Like there's a lot of people that don't fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it has to do with his like political beliefs or the way he acts someone. But I think like he said some wild shit though, man. He has said some wild shit.
Wild shit.
You know what I mean? And especially on it, man. And look, he's looking real bad on this Kaepernick thing. Let me tell you something. I have personally went and looked on some of Jason Whitlock's wildest Kaepernick takes. That man is something else. All right, man. He's something else. But yeah, I mean, yo, this dude talks about, I don't know. I'm just glad he's gone. Mainly because like I felt like he was, I don't know, man. He's just one of those guys that just keeps trying to make the conversation like about like something that isn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He's trying to ignore what's really going on.
Yeah, like he's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, remember when they spray painted the N-word on?
That's one of the things that I was watching.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, his kids get pulled over. Like, yeah, obviously LeBron James is super powerful, and like, you know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, you pull over LeBron James' kid and you arrest him and do some UGG stuff. If you're that cop, you don't have a job. Like, that's pretty much how it goes. Your career is over. More likely, your life's ruined. You don't get to do that. You know what I mean? Because no one's gonna do, like, LA would never accept that, right? They would never accept that. Like, no one in LA would accept one of the most most powerful athlete in America, probably maybe on the planet after like Ronaldo, Messi, and those guys, right? Mm-hmm. They just wouldn't allow that. So I understood to that point, but then to act like it wasn't a thing though, like,
right, like to act like LeBron couldn't be a victim in it at all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Crazy.
It's kind of strange. So anyway, he's out, and
like, you think about it, they purposely found where this man lived.
Yeah,
that's all the way over there.
It's right.
You had to sneak up on there just to get up to the doorstep.
Yeah. He's, man, I always say to myself, like, the guys who, I'm not going to say are suspect, but are like kind of like a little, you know what I mean, like are questionable, like, you know what I mean, where, you know what I mean, you're like, dang, dude, like in a foxhole, if like, you know, they try to reinstate Jim Crow, is he a brother that I could rely on to watch my, like, he's like, that's the thing. That's probably like the gauge people have to look at it as, right? Like, I always put it the Jesse Lee Peterson gauge, because like Jesse Lee Peterson is 100% an Uncle Tom, right? Like, there is absolutely no one that's going to convince me otherwise. That man's an Uncle Tom. He thanked white people for slavery on air in his radio show. He get on my face. So, and tried to get other black people to thank white people for slavery. That dude is a super Uncle Tom. That is not without question.
I don't know what's wrong with people. Like,
he gets, yo, dude, look,
like
man.
No, it's like you gotta have some type of money.
No. The money's good. Yo, you like I tell people, like, yo, man,
people will sell their soul for money.
Dog, really, man. Yo, Kim Kardashian built a $1 billion empire off of getting stroked by Ray J.
It's facts.
So
she sure did, because after that she made an emote, bailed Kanye out. Shoot,
dog, man. So she's not. I mean, obviously she had to be a good businesswoman, but like, yeah, guess what? She built a media empire off of that particular incident. You know what I mean? So that happens. Anyway,
crazy.
Yeah, but I'm just glad he's gone. Yo, so moving on to the Knicks, because, you know, obviously all this stuff's been happening, the protests. Like, now we got curfews going on. I mean, I think curfew for me is like 7. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Same here.
Yeah, so 7 p.m., which is crazy. Like, I'm like, dog, there's a curfew. I'm a grown ass man who pays my damn rent, and I have a curfew to be home.
Like, what if you got to be at work at 10?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, if you have to be at work at 10, like, do you just not have to come to work anymore? Like, I don't.
Right? Like, what am I supposed to tell my boss?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I would. Yeah, like, I would. Yeah, that's the weird part. I don't understand how that would work out. Luckily for me, like I said, I don't. You know what I mean? You know, I'm fortunate enough to have a odd career, but at the same time, man, it's, you know. Anyway, James Dolan. Yeah, James Dolan, man. James Dolan is the worst.
Never surprises me.
The worst owner in the NBA. I thought it was Dan Gilbert. It probably still is Dan Gilbert.
He's about to say he's basically just adding on to it. You think Dan Gilbert? I don't know.
Dan Gilbert, because, like, here's the thing: Jim Dolan only ever, like, I'm trying to think when he's ever drafted, like, one of those type of guys, right? Like, he's never had a LeBron James, you know, Kobe, Duncan, you know what I mean, Kevin Durant, like, guy, right? He never drafted one of those, right? So I'm interested in what like, his dad is the one who had, like, Patrick Ewing and all them, right? So I don't know how he would treat those dudes, you know what I mean? But the way he treats Charles Oakley, you know, you don't think so. You don't think he would treat him that well. But, bro, because Dan Gilbert has single-handedly ruined a lot of LeBron's legacy. Like, that is, like, if there is a such thing as a trial for crimes done in the NBA. Like he would be on death row. Like him, Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf for breaking up the Bulls. Dan Gilbert for not wanting to give up J.J. Hickson and a rookie for Amari Stoudemire in his prime when Amari was begging to come to Cleveland. Right, I think it was like right before or right after they went to the finals. I can't remember the year. Where you obviously know your boy needed some help. And the best player you got him was an overweight, over the mountain, over the hill, over the fucking roof, Shaquille O'Neal. Like
nobody was even checking for dude at that point.
Right. There was crimes against basketball humanity being done.
It was.
And it was, yeah.
I'm sorry, all these MJ fans and Kobe fans, I'm sorry, and anybody else you a fan of, I'm sorry. You were very, very fortunate that he got drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because if he'd have got drafted anywhere else where they would have gotten some help, there would be absolutely no discussion.
All right, so here's where I'm not, because I don't want to make this a Kobe and LeBron thing, because I want to get to what Jim Dolan says, right? But I do say circumstances matter, and I think the difference between LeBron, what happened with LeBron, I don't know what amount of help would LeBron, a 22-year-old LeBron, would need to be that version of the damn Spurs. Like, I don't know what version of help he would need. I don't know what version.
I don't know neither.
Yeah, I don't know what version.
But I'm telling you, if he would have got some type of help, some at least consistent help, somebody other than Eric Snow and people like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, I'm not saying full on that he would have won, but he really would have had a shot.
I don't know, man. I think unless he would have had, I just don't think like some what was available to him,
or at least somebody get him a Hall of Fame coach.
True, but again, you know what I mean. But back to James Dolan though, because James Dolan is the topic. So we all know basically all the NBA owners and like, you know, like basically the organizations are putting out statements talking about how they detest what's happening here. This is terrible, blah, 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 right? James Dolan. If you like how to fuck up PR 101. That's what James Dolan is. That's like he is giving a class, like a master. Not fuck that. He's giving a doctoral class on how to fuck up PR 101. You're in New York, which is becoming so known for police brutality and stop and frisk. You are in New York. You are the biggest brand, right? And or one of the biggest brands in basketball. Here's what he says in an internal
cities in the country.
Exactly, the biggest city, right? In the city, like look, man. I lived in New York. I lived in, you know, LA, Orange County. I lived in several places, right? Like people in LA, they're just gonna have to realize they're not as big as New York. They're just not. New York is a different place. New York, like, it's just different. You know what I mean? You want, like, you know, when Jay-Z said if you can make it here, you can make it. He's 100% true. Like, people that I know that, like, if you work in film, they always say don't go to LA until you get called by LA. Usually it's because you're working in New York. Like, that's why you get called, because it's a different kind of hustle out here. And when we go over there, this is very different. So anyway, but yeah, New York's just its own animal, right? So this dude says, we know, in a statement in a message from Jim Dolan. By the way, this was an internal email. This wasn't supposed to get leaked out. This is how stupid these people are. They send this email thinking that it won't get leaked. We know that some of you have asked whether our company is going to make a public statement about the killing of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer. I want you to know, I realize the importance of this issue. Therefore, I want you to understand our internal position. As a company, I'm skipping over. As a company in the business of sports and entertainment, however, we are not any more qualified than anyone else to offer our opinion on social matter. What's important is how we operate. You guys are bad at operating. Like, I don't get it.
Terrible.
Man. You guys are not good.
I don't get this guy.
This is really all right. Because here's the thing. You know what you could have said? You could have been vague. You couldn't even wait in. He says, "Hey, the New York Knicks stands strongly against racial inequality and police brutality." You know what I mean? We stand against racial, like, that's vague enough to where
he could have. He definitely could have said that, because when I first read that, I was like, maybe he's worrying about losing some deals with some people that he hangs around. Maybe some people that he knows could be listening to what he's saying. I don't know. It's just a theory.
Yeah, no, I think that's 100% true. I think what's happening is that he's gonna he's friends with Trump. Like, he donated to Trump and all those people. So I mean, I get it, but like, I don't think he's not losing endorsements, bro. No one's losing endorsements if you say I'm against racial inequality and racism and police brutality. If you're losing endorsements because of that, I'm pretty sure that company was not the company. And not only is that company not a company you want to do business with, more than likely that company's going to fold. You can't be a big major brand and like be pro whooping the shit out of black people. That's just not happening, man. Like, you can't do that. So I don't know how, like, here's what I'm shocked at though. He thought that this wasn't going to come out. Did no one tell him, like, yo,
some people, man, tell you, some people weren't born with a brain. Like, I don't get why would you even make the email if it wasn't supposed to come out in the first place? Why even send it to anybody?
Because
I don't get it. I don't get it. I would have never sent that.
Like, he didn't want to say anything.
I know he did.
Yo, dude, look, here's the thing though, man. This is, I swear to God, we're gonna have a streak, man. How many times I mentioned Scottie Pippen in a podcast, but this is actually pretty appropriate, right? So, matter of fact, not just Scottie Pippen, but like Chris Paul. Like, Chris Paul gets that deal from we call it the Houston Rockets, right? Because Daryl Morey made a handshake deal with him, and you got to honor that like deal. Like, saying like, "Oh, I got your back after this contract's ended," and then they gave him that massive contract that no sober person would have gave him, but because they made that handshake promise, they gave it to him, right? Dude, that's because, like, players will come. If you're telling me right now that New York Knicks players are now upset and employees are upset because this fool doesn't know to, hey, just write a vague statement, like a vague one. Like, he doesn't have to write like, "Oh, justice for George." He doesn't have to write that. He just has to say, "We are against racial inequality and police brutality." That's it. That's all you got to say. Really? You know what I mean? That's all he had to say. You say that, no one's gonna be mad at you, dude. Like, you're gonna say, "Yeah, we're against that." You know what I mean? We're not saying what's right or wrong. Well, obviously this is wrong what happened, but like, we're not saying what's right or wrong. We're just saying, hey, we're these are our values, and these are like milquetoast. Like, everyone's gonna agree with them. We're like, oh, okay. But this fool couldn't even do that. He's not getting any superstars, dude. Like, this fool thinks he's getting Giannis or somebody like that. Like, no one's coming to his team.
Nobody wants to come to New York.
No one's coming to his team. Like,
he's gonna have to leave. He's gonna have to give up ownership, and then somebody's gonna come on.
He doesn't want to give up that shit.
The best thing he's gonna have to do is draft somebody, and hopefully you can find some way to win before their contract's up, because they probably won't leave.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, dude. Like, because here's the thing though, man. Like, now, if I'm a really good player, I mean, and I want to go to somewhere in New York, it's gonna be Brooklyn. Like, it's gonna be Brooklyn. First of all, their stadium is fire. Like, that stadium is fire. You know what I mean? Their jerseys are fire. Like, I'm like, damn.
That Coogee one? Oh.
Bro. They like, yo, for the culture, bro.
They're killing New York right now.
Yeah, real talk, man. And like they're just he's just a really, really bad owner. And he's coming off as stupid because this isn't smart. This is not even smart. This isn't like, this is remedial. Like, you know this. Like, you know this is happening here. You have, like, the majority of your players are black. You know what I mean? A lot of your staff is black. And the thing is, though, when you hear about stuff that James Dolan's done for people, dude, like he's looked out for his players. Like, he's supposedly a good dude, right? He's like Jerry Jones. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was, who was it, Tyson Chandler or somebody like that, who their mom was dying, and he flew, like, during the playoffs or something like that, he flew Tyson Chandler every day from the game, after the game, and flew him on his private jet to go see his mom in the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, he made... No, so, like, I don't want to just sit there and act like this dude's a terrible human being. He's just really bad at NBA ownership. You know what I mean? Like, Brody, you... oh my god, man! Like, I don't get it. That's yeah, he just needs to sell a team. He just needs to sell a team and like just get
right. Somebody else got to be there.
Someone needs to.
Not with the last name Dolan.
It doesn't matter who the last name. It just has to be good. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jeannie, but like, remember like Jeannie Buss and Jerry Buss, right? Like the brother and sister. Like, the brother was not good at his job, right? And then Jeannie Buss comes in, and now the Lakers sucks for them because now the Lakers are like, it's like the minute she takes over, now the Lakers are actually like on the cusp of about to, you know what I mean, possibly winning. And she made the right moves, and you know what I mean, she basically saved, like, because like, imagine if the Lakers were still like not making the playoffs and the Clippers were, you know what I mean, doing what the Clippers are doing right now. This would look terrible. Like, you know what I mean, like. After a few years, you can't. I don't think you can replace the Lakers because of that history that they have. But they have a history of winning. The Knicks don't. Like, the Knicks don't have like all those banners up. They don't have all those legends. Like, they have a few. They have like Walt Frazier and we call it Patrick Ewing and stuff. But like,
nobody that's top 15, not even top 20, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you know what I mean. You don't talk about the all-time greats, dog. 3 of the top 10 are Lakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually, 4. Just forgot about Shaq. 4 of the top 10 are Lakers.
And then you got to remember, Wilt was a Laker. Kareem was a Laker. Like,
no, but that's what I'm talking about. So, hold on. Like, the Lakers that are actually in top 10, right? It's Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq.
Shoot, if I'd known all of this as a kid, I might have just been like, you know what? Let me just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, real talk.
Shoot.
You know what I mean? The Clippers never made it to a finals before, so it's not gonna, like, it's different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna take away from, you know what I mean, the Lakers. I just man, he's dumb. Anyway, moving on. So going back to like some actual b-ball stuff, right? You know what I mean? I know people have been hinting at it that KD might come back. I'm interested in what that looks like if KD does come back. Because here, I've said this before. I think there's 3 people who I feel like if their shots going, and I know one of them doesn't even shoot, it could be impossible to deal with. There's KD, there's Giannis, and then Ben Simmons, right? These dudes are like 6'10", 6'11", basically playing point guard and like ball handlers. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think who can guard each one of those guys. Like, people try to make me believe that Kawhi can guard. Kawhi's probably the only one that could guard those guys, keep it real. Because he's the greatest wing defender after, or like the 3rd greatest wing defender after, you know, Scottie being number 1. But I'm if KD comes back, I guess like it would have to be KD and Kyrie coming back. That's the only way to make sense. But then I'm not gonna lie to you, KD with Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert, like, that's still scary.
Yeah, that is.
That is
That
not.
lineup's gonna be nice next year. That lineup's gonna be very nice.
Yo, like I don't think they need to do much. Like they just need to keep them happy. Like just keep them in there, man. Try to convince Dinwiddie, like, yo, dude, look, just listen. You win a title, you can write your own damn check somewhere else. You know what I mean?
You just need to buy it.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it though. Like if I'm him, I'm trying to give him money. You know what I mean? If I'm KD though, like, man, this is a squad. This is a squad. Like you people want to talk. Like this is what. Man, like NBA next year, assuming like, you know what I mean, LeBron doesn't just like fall off a cliff, right? I'm talking about like the best pairs in the league. You know what I mean? Obviously, Kawhi, Paul George, Russ, Harden, LeBron, AD, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Luka and Kristaps. Jesus Christ, man. Hopefully Brandon Ingram goes to like either Memphis or Miami. You know what I mean? I'm hoping beyond hope, man. If he goes to Memphis, that's gonna be nasty. But like, you know what I mean? But for right now, the Pelicans with Brandon Ingram and Zion, that should be serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the jump is gonna be for them, but you know, that's a good team. But I think, yeah, man. Listen, if I'm that fool, I'm going to I'm either going to Oklahoma City, Memphis, or yeah, if I'm him, I'm gonna keep banging this drum because I see it coming. I already feel it coming. I already see it coming.
If I was him, I'd be going.
Yeah, man, because he's never gonna get his due over there.
It's always gonna be about Zion.
Yeah, and if you're like a guy that can like do the job, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't care about winning." Yo, dog, they're not fucking winning the title next year. Go ahead, like they're not winning the title.
Right?
Like, I don't care.
They're gonna be a solid squad. Maybe might sneak into the playoffs, but that's about it.
Yeah, if I'm him,
first round exit at best.
Exactly. If I was him, dude, I go to Miami. They can make a deep run. They could be in the conference finals.
Because Jimmy Butler sure doesn't care if he takes a lot of shots or not.
Exactly.
So he will. Just look, you hitting that thing? Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll be like, shit, look, 10 points, but we get dub.
That's just going to give Jimmy Butler more energy to play defense.
Yeah, and Jimmy will play some defense.
He sure will.
And so I think
that'll be spooky. And then they got all them other pieces over there too.
Yeah. If I was him, man, I would 100%. If I was him, I would go to Miami. Great weather, like the lifestyle is obviously amazing, right? Great organization, and like whether he plays two guard or small forward, he's gonna have, you know, people like Dwayne Wade and shit like that around. And Jimmy, like, yo, dude, man, Jimmy Butler as the leader of my team, I'll take that. Because he's gonna make everyone tough. And if Brandon Ingram becomes a killer, God bless people, because that boy's gonna be nasty, man. He's gonna be like for real nasty. Like I see some like all-time great status coming out of that kid. Yeah, man. Like, cause I don't know. Like, it just seems, yeah, man. If I was him, originally I was gonna say, oh, he should go to New York, but then I was like, nope. If I'm him, I'm going to Miami. Miami's number one, straight up. Because it's in the East, so it's going to be a little bit weaker. You can make a deep playoff run. They have an excellent squad. And, like, you know, they could, you know, with Brandon Ingram, could Miami beat Toronto? I think so. Could they beat Philly? That's going to be tough. Could they beat Boston? Because those are really the three teams, right?
Yeah, they got a way better chance with Ingram now.
That's what I'm saying. So I think
Ingram gonna be tall enough to play some defense on somebody.
Yeah, and I think he could be. I think they can play him. I think that he can be. I think like with Butler. Yeah, man, with that squad, I think they could be. I think they could definitely beat the Celtics. I don't know if they could beat, you know, the like Philadelphia if they're, you know, working Right. But then again, Philadelphia doesn't show up sometimes in the playoffs. So
It's true.
So it's a good chance. I mean, the Pacers, I'm not gonna lie, if he did go to the East, it used to be strong as hell. It used to be that'd be a pretty damn good conference. You know what I mean? Like with Boston, the Bucks, with the Brooklyn Nets. Like it'd be the Nets. Nets would be my number one, like immediately. Like next year, assuming they keep everybody, they're immediately number one.
Crazy you went to the Nets.
Oh, I think that was a super smart pick. I mean,
no, it was a good idea. I'm just saying, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. I would too.
I think it's still more shocking because I have yet to see him in the uniform yet. I've yet to see him play. So it's like, oh man, this is what's about to come next for people.
It's gonna get real too, man. Because like, there is a chance that LeBron, KD, and Kyrie will go up against each other in the finals next year.
LeBron, KD, Kyrie, and AD.
Yeah, but I'm saying it because like those three have been in so many finals together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man meeting up again.
Yeah, that is pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like it's about to be the airplane scene in Civil War. Like I don't know who wins that. I guess like we got to see how the
I don't know because Kyrie gonna come out swinging because he's been waiting to go against Bron.
Oh yeah, he's been waiting to feast on Bron.
So if he gets there, but AD gonna show out.
I don't know, man. Here's the problem.
I got confidence in AD.
I do too, but I'm just saying I'm gonna keep it real. I think unless if LeBron is still playing at LeBron level, you know what I mean? Maybe they have a. I think. If this happens next year, LeBron's gonna be just fine. Yeah, but I think
he's off mad rest right now too.
Yeah,
he'll be fine.
I just think the Lakers lose in like 6 in that series. Like that's a lot of firepower, man. Like that's the problem with the Lakers is that like they just don't have any answers on the bench.
That's the thing. We got to just see who shows up because they do have LeVert, they do have Dinwiddie, but they definitely have never made deep playoff runs like KD and Kyrie. So
no. I agree with you. I'm just saying though, you know what I mean. I think those two guys. I assuming that they
those
do show up.
Those two guys make the difference, though.
Yeah, assuming they do show up.
They definitely make the difference.
Yeah, I don't know how the Lakers would beat them.
If they show up every night, that's going to be tough. That's going to be very tough to beat that.
You know what I mean? So I think you really need Deion.
Jared Dudley going to have to come off that bench and show us why he was picked up before Melo.
Why he was picked up before Melo. I'm still curious.
I know. I had to bring it up because I'm still puzzled. Like, why?
Yeah, Melo would have been 6th man of the damn year playing off the bench.
That's a surefire championship.
Yeah, Melo coming off the bench. Off the bench.
Oh my god,
dude! And we see what Melo doing
6th man of the year.
Yeah, man, he'd be dropping because you think about it, he'd come in there, it'd be him and Kuzma. First of all, that lineup's pretty long and tall.
That's crazy.
I don't know. And then with Dion Waiters, although there's only one ball, like that.
Now if I'm Kuzma, I hope Kuzma ups his game when everything comes back. I hope his game goes to another level.
He's been playing defense.
He's that next player that they really gonna rely on to be that guy. They gonna need him.
I don't think they should. I think the person they should rely on, in all honesty, and this is gonna sound dumb as fuck, it's probably Dwight Howard. They just gotta play big. I think they just gotta play big. They just gotta bully people. You know what I mean? They just gotta bully people. Like, what are you gonna like Montrezl Harrell and those guys? They're not gonna stop AD in the post. Like, what are they gonna do? And to be honest, like on the defensive glass and rebounding, I'm taking Dwight Howard over all their bigs. And over there, right? And then you still have a 6'9" point guard in LeBron. You know what I mean? You have I forgot what's Kuzma, 6'8"?
Yeah.
So you have a dog. You just play big. You play big on them, man. I mean, the problem is they have a lot of length, right? But just play big on them. Just play big on them. Just run up on them. You know what I mean? I feel like they just like play big and just beast them. Because like, what are they gonna do? What are they actually gonna do? You know what I mean? You can't double, like, especially if you have AD. We call it Danny
not really
Green.
doing too much outside of a dunk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you have AD, LeBron, Danny Green, and Kuzma, who's like a streaky shooter, but whatever, right? And you have like, you know what I mean, Dwight Howard and what's the name? Or even if you want to put AD as your center for a little bit, who going down there with him? They ain't got nobody for him. They ain't got nobody for that. Like, and not just do they not have anybody for that, the whole perimeter is shooters. So like, you're leaving whoever your big man is on the island. You're gonna double off of LeBron now. You might double off of Danny Green. You know what I mean? Possibly. You probably don't double off Danny Green. You probably double off of Kuzma because he's probably the worst shooter out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the only person. You know what I mean? But everybody else is like getting buckets. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if KD comes back, I'm immediate. Like, dude, the NBA is gonna be so fun next season when AD comes back and like the Golden State Warriors are all healthy. Like, that's. Dog, there's gonna be like 7 teams who you can make a real case to win a title.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be, and I'm not gonna lie to you, if that happens, like, and you know what I mean, whoever starts winning, like if anybody wins, like let's say Kawhi wins it this year and next year, or LeBron wins it this year and next year, or you know what I mean, AD or KD wins it next year. That's the best player in the league title is up for grabs because this is like as close as we're gonna get to even.
Yeah,
this is as close as we're gonna get to even. This is gonna be like when it's gonna be like, all right, now we can talk about who's better than who. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited to see that. So speaking of the playoffs, right? So they're doing a 22 team play-in, right? Tournament. I'm personally saying to myself, this is all an attempt to get Zion Williamson and
all right, now I've been waiting to hear this because either way they make the playoffs, the Pelicans aren't in it.
No, they're doing the 22, so they're doing that 3-team play-in. So like what do you call it? So the Pelicans, I forgot who's I think the Spurs and so I have this up here right here. Because there's like because it's the 3-team play-in, you know what I mean? So they're doing like, remember it's 22 teams for this that's gonna do this play-in tournament. So it's 11 on each. So the basically up to 11. So from 8 to 11, I think they're gonna play in for that. They're gonna fight it out for that HC, which is kind of, I feel like it's kind of fucked up because if let's say John Morant doesn't get it, right? Because I forgot who's hurt on their team. Let's say John Morant doesn't make it in there. People are going to act like that's an excuse to give Zion the Rookie of the Year. Like, they're going to try to make that excuse. And that's kind of bullshit.
It is.
That's pure bullshit. And
oh, my God. That's going to be so terrible if they do that to him.
Yeah, man. Because John Morant, who's been
He was working
balling,
all season.
and he's been balling. Like, he's been cooking all season, man. Like, I'm like, yo, this is the homie. But, they're trying to get him in there, man, and I get it. Like Zion's box office and stuff. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm like, what the fuck do I even like? I'll put him in, but he's not. I'm not gonna let him like go ham like the whole time. Like, I want him to get used to the atmosphere. So first 2 games, I'm gonna let him go ape shit, right? You know what I mean? He's gonna probably be down because if they play the Lakers, they're gonna lose. Like, they're gonna get swept most likely, right? But they're gonna be competitive though. This is the thing though. I think they're gonna be super competitive because you got to think about it. There's, first of all those ex-Lakers on the Pelicans got beef. All right, man. Like, they got beef. You know what I mean? Like, all of them got beef. They can't wait. Huh?
They definitely do.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? And Lonzo could shoot now, which that's damn. The Lakers really wish they could have had him. I mean, I'm thinking about it right now, man. Would the Lakers have wished to have kept Kuzma or Lonzo at this point? Lonzo is a better defender, and he's starting to show out as a good shooter, and the Lakers desperately need a point guard.
I don't know.
That's like a rough one. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. I think the Lakers
still gotta wait. Still gotta wait and see.
Yeah, we gotta see. But Kuzma is like Kuzma is a number 1 or 2 option on a good team. You know what I mean? I don't know if like he's too young to want to be a third option or come off the bench for a championship team. You know what I mean? I don't blame him. The dude, he's got real talent. Like he's got real talent. He's mentally tough and all that stuff. Like he's got real talent. Like he wants to see what he can do. And like, does that affect his dollars? Like, is he part of he's not a part of that untradeable 3. Like he's not a part of that. Like, you know what I mean? It's LeBron and AD. Everybody else can go.
Right.
So
everybody else.
Yeah, man. Like Kuzma's like, and so I'm feeling like Kuzma wants to like show like, yo, man, dog, like I'm here. But you know what I mean? What they need him for is not doing well. If he could figure out a way to come off the bench and just like drop 16 or 18, because Lou Williams is untradeable for the Clippers. Like they're not trading.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? But Harold, no, he's definitely tradable. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. Like the 22. Like I'm super convinced that it's for purposes of getting Zion in the playoffs.
That would be crazy.
There's the whole purpose for it, man. Like, there's no way, man. There's no way. Like, because it doesn't benefit anybody. Like, I'm trying to. I got to see how this format works. But if they're gonna play 3 games, or they're gonna have not 3 games, but they're gonna have like a 3-team mini playoff kind of system, right? To battle for like the 8th seed. Or maybe they're doing like a 1 through 11 seed or something like that, and maybe give like the first round bye. I gotta look this. Like I gotta see exactly what their structure is because they're still trying to figure out the details of it all. But they're saying like this is the one that's probably gonna pass. Like this is probably what we're about to get. Yeah, I'm just not feeling. I mean, I'm feeling it. Like I'm like, yo, I want basketball back real bad. So I'm shit. I'd be watching the Knicks and Hawks right now if I could.
Well, I mean, they do got Trae Young, so there's nothing really wrong with watching the Hawks. The Hawks games can get exciting. I mean, if the other dude was back too.
Never mind. Then let's make it worse. Knicks, Spurs. I'd watch that quick.
All right.
I wouldn't even care. DeMar DeRozan, I'm sorry, buddy. When is he on free agency, man? He needs to get the hell up out of it. He needs to just go to the Lakers, be like, yo, y'all need a bench player? Word.
Right? That's it.
Because
he's the ring chase.
No, you know what? Keep it real. Like, he's a good defender. As a 2, actually, he'd be starting. What am I saying? He'd be starting. Like, because who's their starting 2 right now? Is it Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Either him or Avery Bradley.
Yeah. Avery Bradley's tough. I just because like Danny Green and Avery Bradley fit better with LeBron, but better player is obviously DeMar DeRozan. It's not close. I think. Yeah, I mean, if he says he wants to come off the bench, man, you know what I mean? That'd be great. He have like a mid-range god because he is a nasty mid-range shooter. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just a mini Kawhi. So
he will hit you with the post fadeaway.
Yeah, real talk. So you know what I mean? It just sucks that he can't shoot anywhere else apparently. All right. Next topic. J.R. Smith says he can't compare MJ and LeBron. He says it's like comparing a lion and a tiger. This is interesting. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull out some of the quotes from this. Because JR is weird. You know what I mean?
He really is.
JR is a strange one. I mean, he's just been on the news for whooping somebody's ass for trying to mess with his car.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Like, we go. So here's what he said. He said he's not a scorer. He's talking about LeBron. A scorer is a person who has a one-track mind to do an individual thing, like a sniper. Jordan and Kobe, they did play defense and they're scorers, but they put up 50, 60, 70 points a night. What? When you get someone so well-rounded, rebounding, scoring, passing, dribbling, a good teammate, totally different atmosphere. He's a totally different person than those guys. There's no comparison because you can't compare a lion to a tiger. They're both cats, but they're not the same. The lion is the king of the jungle. Everybody bow down to the lion, but that don't stop the tiger from saying I'm a bad motherfucker too. I agree. I mean, yeah, you can't. I don't. You know what I mean? They're different personalities, different people. You know what I mean? They're not what. You know what I mean? They're not the same at all. You know what I mean? One dude would love to get, like, if LeBron could get 27 points and everybody on his team have 25 points, he'd be happy as hell.
He really would.
Like, you know what I mean? Like LeBron, I don't think gives a damn as much. I think he cares about, I think because of the comparisons he gets to MJ, I think he cares about, you know what I mean, the legacy stuff, like the finals MVPs, that type of thing. But I don't think as far as like scoring, that's not his thing. You know what I mean? If he had a teammate dropping 30 one game, he'd give him the ball the whole time. And you know what I mean? Because he knows that he's going to get his 27 no matter what. But yeah, dude, skip it, man. But yeah, like, one of the few times that I agree with J.R. Smith, even though I don't know how is this man? He's going to be in the league. He's going to get a job. He's going to get a job in the league. Someone's going to pay that man. Like, some championship team is going to... No, actually, no. What am I saying? He's probably done. Like, his career's probably over right now. Huh?
You hear me?
No, I couldn't hear
you. Your mic went in and out for a minute.
Oh, did it really?
It did like the little robot thing, yeah.
Oh, wow. Hopefully it doesn't show up that way on what's the name. If it does, we are scrapping this entire segment. Yeah, that's life. All right, moving on. Jeremy Grant declines his player option. If anyone has ever overvalued their importance, he says he's outperformed his contract. 3 years, $27 million. So he declined his $9 million, you know what I mean, option. Yo, my man was averaging 11 points. You know what I mean? He was a good shooter though. Like, he was hitting 40% from the three. You know what I mean? So it's not like, you know what I mean? I don't want to like diss him like, oh, this dude's just like bum juice, right? Like, he was doing some stuff. He had 39% last year for OKC. Keep it real. The only reason I even know this man's name is because he played for OKC.
Yeah,
like, that's,
to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because it was just like he was a part of that. How is he supposed to compete squad? You know what I mean? Like, how is that dude supposed to compete? But so I started doing some comparison of people that are in his price range right now. Some of these guys are rookies, so I'm trying to like avoid them. You know what I mean? Fred VanVleet is making actually exactly the same amount as Jeremy Grant. And I can tell you right now, you are not going to get paid more than Fred VanVleet. It ain't gonna happen, my man. Fred VanVleet is averaging 17 points and 6 assists. Nah, son. Nah, my man. You're not doing that. You're not getting it. Like, I apologize to you. And he's, yeah, no, you're not getting it on. Oh no. So DeAndre Ayton. But he's not a rookie, but he's like it was his second year.
I think he's gonna be good.
I think so too. He's gonna get a whole lot of money. He's gonna get paid pretty high. Did you hear that, by the way?
Yeah, the EE.
Yeah.
Yep, I heard.
That was super strange. So
right.
All right. So who's in his pay range right now? Actually, let's start that all over again. So Jeremy Grant thinks he's being overpaid. And he's making like $9 million. So the people in his price range, Markelle Fultz, Joe Henson, Matthew Dellavedova, which I'm super surprised he's making more than him. Like that's probably the best argument. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he's. I mean, what's he looking to get though? He's going to get 10 million, maybe. Like
I don't even know. It depends on what team he goes to.
Yeah, I mean, let's say he's averaging 10 attempts. I think if he I'm going to keep it real. His percentages aren't bad, so I think if he averages, if you were giving him like 14 attempts a game, I think he'd be a solid 18 a game guy. You know what I mean? Who can stretch the floor, like a power forward who can stretch the floor. Actually, low key, dude. Like, I know we basically put everybody on the Lakers. The Lakers could probably use him though, dude. Like, keep it real. Lakers could probably use him, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to say like, oh wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be a bad.
Not at all. Shoot, he can hit from outside. I think he's 6'9" too. He can grab boards too.
That's what I'm saying. So you could have him play the small forward spot for you. You know what I mean? And if you could get him 15 shots, I don't know where he's going to get it from, but if he can get 12 shots a game, you know what I mean? He could produce like 15 for you. You know what I mean?
Definitely good.
So
could be like a 15 and 6, 15 and 7 type player.
Exactly. And that would be great because that's what you need. An efficient 15 and 7 though. You know what I mean? I just don't I don't know. I'm trying to think what team is going to want him though, man. I don't know. Maybe the Knicks. They're just picking up all the power forwards.
They definitely are.
They just picked up all of them people. Who could use? I mean, everyone can use a stretch big, pretty much, or a stretch, small forward, power forward. I'm trying to think who would benefit from him the most. Probably the Rockets. Keep it real, the Rockets really should be going for him.
I forgot. I'd be forgetting about the Rockets and their big man troubles.
Yeah, but
because they really only have Tyson Chandler,
and he not really playing.
I was about saying he's kind of old. He can't really just run him.
Yeah, he's there for moral support. But Jeremy Grant, though, I don't think Jeremy Grant is physical enough. But Jeremy Grant is a power forward who could stretch that floor, which is pretty much what they want to do. They want to just clear the lane for Westbrook. That's probably where he should go. Like, if they should definitely look for him. And Jeremy Grant and Westbrook play together in OKC. You know what I mean? Sense. So, you know what I mean? You're talking about
he wasn't there when Hart was there.
No. But he was there with Westbrook, and I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like Westbrook. I think they realize, like, dude, if we're gonna succeed, we need Westbrook to be the engine, and we need James Harden to, like, when defenses start locking in, we need James Harden who can get his shot. But, like, you know what I mean? When we have to go ISO, James Harden's our guy. And I think that's probably how it is. We need Russ to initiate and speed up the tempo of our offense, and we need James Harden to, like, basically, if we're deep into the shot clock, he can get us a bucket. You know what I mean? And he can hit, like,
That would work out for them.
Yeah, I think
We would work on just about any team.
oh yeah, he's a stretch forward, man. Like, dog, he's a stretch big who can shoot. Like, everybody wants that. He was hitting 40% off of like what 3 or 4 attempts, and he wasn't playing like a lot of minutes. He was playing like 25 minutes. So yeah, man, that's not bad for him. So I think I'm the one who coughed into the damn mic this time. Jesus.
You definitely
coughed.
Oh my god!
After literally having a team meeting about not coughing into the mic.
Right, whole team meeting about it. That's tough.
Oh my god, man! I'm done with this, man. I'm so done with this. All right, you know what? On that note, we're gonna end it. You know what I mean? It's Warzone podcast. Catch y'all next time.
All right.